For centuries, Betelgeuse has felt familiar. One of the brightest stars in the night sky, glowing red in the shoulder of Orion. It has been watched, named, mythologized, and measured longer than almost any other star humanity knows. Ancient observers marked its color. Medieval astronomers tracked its position. Modern telescopes turned toward it again and again, confident that such a well-studied object could not possibly hold surprises anymore. And yet, Betelgeuse was lying. Not intentionally, not maliciously, but persistently, in ways subtle enough to fool generations of scientists who believed they understood how massive stars lived and died. What appeared to be a single, aging red supergiant nearing the end of its life turned out to be something far more complex. The assumptions were neat, the models were elegant, and they were wrong. Betelgeuse is enormous. If placed at the center of our solar system, its outer layers would extend beyond the orbit of Jupiter. It is unstable, pulsing and shedding material into space, surrounded by clouds of gas and dust created by its own slow disintegration. This made it a perfect laboratory for studying stellar death. Betelgeuse was supposed to be simple in its complexity, a lone giant burning through its final fuel, destined to explode as a supernova in cosmic terms soon. That expectation shaped everything. When Betelgeuse began behaving strangely, astronomers interpreted every anomaly through that lens. Its brightness fluctuated. Its surface appeared uneven. Its outer layers cooled and heated unpredictably. And then, in late 2019, Betelgeuse dimmed dramatically, losing a significant portion of its visible light in what became known as the Great Dimming. The world watched. Headlines spread. Was this it? Was Betelgeuse about to explode? Scientists reassured the public while privately scrambling for answers. Some suggested dust clouds. Others blamed internal pulsations. Many believed the star was simply doing what massive stars do in their final chaotic phase. Betelgeuse, they said, was still alone, still dying, still understood. But the data refused to settle. As observations accumulated across wavelengths, visible light, infrared, ultraviolet, inconsistencies appeared. Betelgeuse's motion did not behave exactly as a solitary star should. Subtle shifts suggested gravitational influence from something unseen, something close, something hidden by glare and dust. For decades, the possibility of a companion star had been dismissed. A partner so close to Betelgeuse would be swallowed, destroyed, or obvious. The brightness of the red supergiant was assumed to overwhelm anything nearby. If there were another star, surely it would have revealed itself by now. That assumption was the mistake. Betelgeuse is not just bright, it is chaotic. Its outer layers churn violently, creating massive convective cells that distort its shape. It sheds gas unevenly, forming asymmetric clouds that block and scatter light. Its surface temperature varies across vast regions. In such an environment, clarity is an illusion. Signals blur. Shadows deceive. A companion star could hide not despite Betelgeuse's violence, but because of it. When astronomers finally re-examined the evidence without assuming solitude, a different picture emerged. Betelgeuse was not alone. It was part of a binary system, paired with a smaller, hotter companion star orbiting close enough to influence its behavior, yet faint enough to remain concealed for centuries. This discovery rewrote Betelgeuse's story. The companion star, likely a blue-white main sequence star, is not merely a passive neighbor. Its gravity distorts Betelgeuse's envelope. Its radiation interacts with the red giant's outflowing material. Together, the two stars shape each other's evolution in ways no single star model could predict. The pulsations, the mass loss. Even the great dimming itself suddenly made more sense, not as signs of imminent death, but as symptoms of interaction. Scientists had been interpreting a conversation as a monologue. This realization carries deep consequences. Stellar evolution models depend heavily on assumptions of isolation. Yet many massive stars exist in binary systems. When those stars interact, they exchange mass, angular momentum, and energy in ways that fundamentally alter their lifespans and deaths. Betelgeuse was supposed to be a textbook example of a solitary red supergiant. Instead, it became evidence of how misleading simplicity can be. The companion star may have already changed Betelgeuse's fate. Mass transfer could delay or accelerate the supernova. Gravitational interaction could reshape the explosion when it finally occurs. The geometry of the blast may be asymmetric. The remnants may be unexpected. Betelgeuse's future is no longer a countdown. It is a negotiation. Even its past must be reconsidered. Betelgeuse may not always have been this bloated, unstable giant. Interaction with its companion could have stripped or redistributed mass, altering its evolutionary path. What astronomers believed was natural aging may, in part, be the result of stellar influence, one star pushing another toward instability long before its time. The great dimming itself now appears less apocalyptic and more revealing. Rather than signaling imminent collapse, it exposed the complexity of Betelgeuse's environment. Dust clouds formed from expelled material temporarily obscured the star. That material may have been shaped, directed, or enhanced by the companion's orbit. What looked like death may have been dialogue. This changes how scientists interpret other stars as well. How many supposed loners are not alone? How many strange behaviors blamed on internal processes are actually signs of unseen companions? The universe rarely offers isolated systems. It prefers relationships, messy, gravitational, transformative. Betelgeuse, long treated as a solitary elder nearing its end, now appears more like a system caught mid-conversation. Its instability amplified by proximity rather than age alone. The companion star does not steal the spotlight, but it bends it, just enough to distort perception. There is something deeply human in this mistake. Scientists trusted what was bright and obvious. They built models around what could be seen clearly. They underestimated what could hide in complexity. Betelgeuse did not deceive. It simply refused to be simple. Even now, much remains uncertain. The companion's exact mass, orbit, and influence are still being refined. The system continues to evolve. Betelgeuse will still die someday. It will still explode. But when it does, it will not be the ending scientists once imagined. It will be the culmination of interaction. Betelgeuse teaches a quiet but unsettling lesson. Familiarity breeds confidence, and confidence can breed blindness. Even the most studied stars can harbor secrets if assumptions go unchallenged. The universe does not reward certainty. It rewards patience. As Betelgeuse continues to pulse and glow in Orion's shoulder, it looks the same to the naked eye as it always has. A red beacon in the winter sky. Ancient, steady, known. But now we know better. What we are seeing is not one star nearing its end, but two stars shaping each other's destiny. A hidden partnership mistaken for solitude. A reminder that even the brightest objects can cast shadows deep enough to hide entire worlds. Scientists didn't just misjudge Betelgeuse's future. They misunderstood its nature. And in doing so, they were reminded of something fundamental about the universe. That complexity is not the exception. It is the rule.